Hello, I'm Art Odell, and this morning I'm inside Crank Coffee and Fuel, which is located inside Sycamore Cycles. And this morning I'm going to go on one of my favorite road bike rides. My ideal morning for a road bike ride would be wake up pretty early, maybe try to beat some of the traffic. Coffee shop here is open up at 7:30, so it's a good time to come and fuel up, get some coffee, eat a Danish, and then head on out on the road before there's too much traffic out there. And while it's really beautiful, I want to head up into the parkway, maybe break through the clouds and look down into the valley. And it's really the best time to go for a road bike ride here. My favorite ride here in Trans-Pennine County is 276. It's straight out the door from Sycamore Cycles. It's into the Pisgah Forest up 276, which has a good warm-up of about 5 miles, and then for the next 10 miles it climbs pretty good with a couple of false breaks, false flats, but for the most part you're climbing for about 10 miles. It's really nice because it's heavily wooded, so trees kind of give you a nice shade during the summer because it's usually really hot and humid here, but you're in the shade as you're climbing. Then the last 4 miles, it's really quiet, not much traffic, and it's a sustained last 4 miles up to the parkway. It really has some beautiful sections. It has a few switchbacks here and there, but you have to conserve your energy because the next leg of the ride is the parkway, and the parkway definitely is not going to give you any breaks. Once you enter the parkway, you go south off of 276 onto the parkway, and it feels as if you've entered a different ecosystem. Trees are stunted, they're shorter. You're riding basically on the ridge. You're no longer climbing up the mountain, you're on the ridge, which rolls up and down, and you're more exposed. So it's usually, there's at least a slight breeze, if not a strong wind. And you never know up there what the weather's going to do. So it's always a good idea to bring at least a rain jacket in the summertime because the temperature can drop in a hurry. It can rain, you can be riding through fog, you can be riding through mist. So it's a good idea to be prepared when you're on the parkway. But it's beautiful. Sometimes you're above the clouds and you're looking down in the valley on top of the clouds. Sometimes you can see red-tailed hawks that are below you, that are soaring, and it's just gorgeous. No matter where you turn, you can look right, you look left, straight ahead, behind you, you'll be tempted to want to stop and take pictures. Luckily, I've already taken a lot of pictures off the parkway, so I don't need to do that anymore, but it's beautiful no matter where you turn. Getting up there early, obviously, most road cyclists prefer to ride when there's not too much traffic. So riding up on the parkway early, you definitely have the advantage of not too many cars up there. So it's a little more peaceful. You see probably more wildlife up there because there's less traffic. A lot of times when I'll start this ride, it'll be cloudy in the valley here starting from Sycamore. And at some point on the climb, you'll break through those clouds and then you're above them. And so when you're on the parkway, a lot of times on that ride, it'll be sunny on the parkway, but you look down into the valley and you're looking down onto the clouds, and you know the valley is still socked in with heavy cloud cover, but it's sunny on the parkway. But you can see the clouds roll in too. If it starts rolling in on the parkway, you're there and you can see the mist and the clouds roll in on that ridge. And it's really unique. You don't get that feeling down in the valley like you do at that higher elevation on the Parkway Ridge. The last climb in the Parkway is about a 3-mile climb that takes you near Black Balsam. And you have an option when you get to that point because there's an extra spur off of the Parkway that will take you really close to the top of Black Balsam. I believe it's about a mile long, but it'll take you up to about 5,800 feet. And so you can go out and back on that spur, or you could just stay on the parkway and keep on going. Either way, if you continue on the parkway, then a little after Black Balsam, there's one small tunnel, and right around that point, it begins to descend, and you'll descend for maybe a mile or two, and then you'll reach the junction of 215. And this particular ride will take 215 south into Balsam Grove, and it is a very, very beautiful descent, and it has lots of hairpins. It's newly paved, it's very fast, and it's a lot of fun. If you're interested in learning more about this ride and maybe some of the options that come off of this 276 Parkway 215 ride, stop by Sycamore Cycles. Transylvania County has a lot to offer, not just for mountain bikes, but road bikes too.